There's a new video app, everybody, that's basically saying that they're going to allow, I can't make this up, they're going to allow the dead to still have a conversation with you. There's a Canadian actor named Calum Worthy. He's a Canadian actor. He created an app and said, hey, when your loved one transitions and goes on to a greater place, we want you to still be able to have that conversation with them. And this guy is basically drawing a little bit of attention for himself because he created an app that says it will allow users to interact with AI versions of a deceased loved one. And the concept basically, sparked a lot of controversy and said, hey, this kind of reminds us of a show called Black Mirror. I've never seen the show, but basically he's the co-founder. The gentleman's name is Calum Worthy. He's the founder and head of business development and of a company called Two Way. He announced that the platform on November 11th in a post that definitely went viral where he described the project as an effort to build a living archive of humanity. He encouraged people to try the beta version on the App Store. So it's only available on Apple, not on Android just yet. And basically, there's a promotional video. And if you click the link in the description, you should be able to watch the video. We don't want to play it here because then we'll get a copyright strike. But you can just type in Two-Way, T2WAI. That's the name of the company, 2WAI. And basically it opens up with a pregnant woman showing her baby bump to an AI simulation of her deceased mother. And then basically as the commercial goes on, they see them interacting from early childhood all the way up to the person becoming a parent themselves. So the baby was in conception of the mother. As they were growing, they got a chance to ask questions to the mom, right? And basically, they said the video concludes by showing the real grandmother recording the footage used to train her avatar while she was still alive. So before the mother passed away, she recorded all of these videos, trained herself, and said, hey, I did a 3-minute video. And basically, the tagline for the campaign states that 3 minutes can last forever. And basically, they spoke to clarify the intent behind the app. They said that they are building a social network for avatars where living people create digital twins of themselves. As shown in the video, the grandmother created her avatar before she passed. Her family then owned and controlled the avatar after her passing. Users are allowed to create avatars of themselves to protect their own ownership of their name, image, and likeness. The app is currently available right now in beta, but it will be released on relatively soon on Android. Right now it's free if you're on Apple, but eventually they plan to have some different tiers. Now, they also say that they have historical figures, life coaches, and even an AI version of the Calum CEO gentleman. Of course, he's going to want to show that this works because it's his product, right? But basically, the launch triggered a lot of criticism saying, leave the dead alone. We're not doing all of that. We're not feeling this. And they said that a lot of people are just not happy because technology is presented as a tool to preserve memories and help people process grief. But critics are basically saying that this is immoral and unnatural. It's a lot to take in. I don't know. Your thoughts on this before I ask James his thoughts. What do you think of AI allowing us to stay connected with a loved one? Let me know in the comments. 1, I like the idea. 2, some things should just not be touched. 3, if I could only get my loved one to agree to it. 4, it's a legacy that will live forever. Or 5, this AI has gone too far. James, talk to me, man. What do you think?
All right, here we go. So here is one of the dangers, in my opinion, of this rapid growth of AI. This should be left alone. I think this is unhealthy, in my opinion. So listen, I'm not a doctor. I'm not nobody's therapist, anything of that nature, but grieving should be left alone and shouldn't be controlled or ruled by an algorithm, right? I would not be able to properly grieve, properly heal if I still had some computer that I was talking to that pretended to be one of my loved ones. I really think this is where some sort of regulation has to be in before this truly gets implemented, before this truly gets rolled out, because now you're starting to play with people's emotions. Now you're starting to play with people's feelings. I just don't see this at all being helpful for the folks who are trying to still speak to someone who has already passed. This is really, again, where we've talked before, where there has to be some type of regulation within the AI field, because now we've gone to a place to where we are training an algorithm, training a computer to act, feel, and iterate like someone who has already passed. This is, what is it? AI has gone too far. 5.
Revis, your thoughts briefly.
I think this is. I agree with James. It's going a little too far. Let's leave the dead alone. No, leave them alone. Once they gone, let's have our memories that we have and leave that stuff alone, man. That's it's weird to me. It's awkward.
Interesting take. I disagree with you guys. And I say that because I listen to my grandmother say all the time, if I could hear my mama's voice one more time, what I would do for that. And back in those days, no one thought to record those memories. And then now you have AI that you control it. You control the messaging. You have 3 minutes of audio. You've seen my AI avatar. I put out what I wanted to put out. No one made up anything. So a family member would control this information, right? And I'm going to put myself on screen by myself because I'm standing by this. I like it. I think it's good. An outside party that's not part of my family does not have this. This is a great way for my kids' kids to be able to see what I look like, what I was all about. I can train it on my personality. You're going to get a response of how Tallboy would respond because I trained it before I transitioned. And I said what I needed to say. And then now, however you prompt it and whatever questions you have, and James, you know how this works. You can do a personality test and it will give you the responses based off of what you think. That's just my personal thoughts. Like I said, I'm not trying to say, hey, no, I'm not against it. I'm all for it. And I think that this is something that I hope that this takes off, but as long as it's done in good taste, if that makes sense.
So let's keep going down the path. I know you got a couple other stories, but I want to dig deeper into this, man. So, and obviously respect your opinion on that. Having recordings, having photos, having videos locked in time. But the fact that the AI can learn and continue to evolve after the person has already passed, that's the line that I'm having an issue with. But you're still cool with that? Again, nothing wrong with recording a video from a still photo and having it speak to you, and that be, again, a point in time moment that you have. Because you said your grandmother, if she could talk to her grandmother, or I apologize, if your mother could talk to her grandmother, if you could just record a 3-minute, 5-minute video of that engagement. Hey, baby, how you doing? I miss you, that kind of thing. Boom. But having it continue to learn and have conversations with you, I think that, again, is a part where it's starting to blur the lines from a morality perspective. Again, and that's just me, but we'll see. We'll see. People will speak with their dollars and their checkbooks.
And the trading says they can watch YouTube videos to see what you look like. No need for AI. A lady in Japan recently married their AI chat partner in a ceremony. And
see, that's not healthy, man. Come on, think about that. That's not healthy, brother.
Trading. No, but this is look. This is where we're going. I mean, this is. You could be on either side of the fence here, right? And I'm not saying that this is right. I'm not saying that it's wrong. I'm just saying that if I give you 3 minutes of my trained person, but my grandmother there's very few recordings of my grandmother that's alive now. No one has sat her down and got any type of information from her. Now, I sat down with my mom, so I have all the video that I want from her. So I'm good, and I can show my kids and my grandkids and my great-grandkids what their great-great-grandmother looked like, right? I can show that. But this person that is alive, like your father, your mother, they would have to do a video. They would have to say that I'm giving consent. you would be in control of it, or your kids would be in control of it. And then as they get older, they can say, well, what are some things that Grandpa Hicks would have said? What are some things that Grandpa Brown would have said? And because you have that personality, you can train it. And then now, it's not to say that it's going to give you the right answer, but at least you can kind of hear their voice. And now that could be a voice of reasoning. That's just my thoughts.
We'll see.
Yeah.
My thing is, I said it was weird. And when Tallboy confirmed that he liked it, that confirmed that it was really weird. So there it is.
All right, man. Sales will determine if this is a success. AI talking with the dead says awesome fun things. Yeah, you're right. It will determine. It's the Lab Tech Show. Join us Wednesdays at 8 p.m. Eastern at thelabtechshow.com. Embrace it or get left behind.
Alrighty then.